Hey guys, I'm Chilla with Sub-07 and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Other M. Last time, we got a little bit of a flashback reintroducing us to what all had happened at the events of Super Metroid's ending and wound up here at the bottle ship, investigating a distress signal where we ran into some Galactic Federation troops. Our old friend Anthony, who you've never seen in any other game until now, and our old CO, Adam Malkovich, who we have heard of as far back as Fusion. This time, let's go follow them. Is that? Okay, no, we can't go in there. Something that always messes with me with this game is that sometimes the environment looks like you can go into it in morph ball mode, but you just can't. So that can be kind of disorienting. Oh god. Oh boy, looks like we got a bit of an infestation here. So yeah, we got a swarm of these dudes real fast that we gotta deal with. Oh god. Luckily, they all die in one hit, so not that big of a deal. What is a big deal, though, is this lock. Because we have no way to currently get out of here, except for this thing. Lock onto it. And you notice there's a little gauge that's filling up. You can either blast away at it one at a time, or you can save yourself trouble and shoot it with a charge beam. And I believe there is this little gate, this little grate here. Remember this for later because this is important. Because if you clear a room of enemies, you can see any dots on the map indicating secrets, which, well, there is one. So there's a power up here that we can use. We can't get it currently because we don't have bombs and we can't open that grate just yet, but keep that in mind. For now, we can choose to head up here. That door does not work, so don't bother with it. Instead, deal with these dudes. We've seen holograms of these guys. These are Gamers. That is actually what they're referred to as. They were Zoomers originally, but for some reason Other M has a variant of them called Gamers. And these flying creatures, I actually forget the name of. I will put up on screen what it is real fast because I don't have it on hand right now. And for now, we just keep moving. Oh god. Whoa. We got these dudes, which are Cyclaws. These are actually another reference to another species. Other M has a lot of callbacks to other like Metroid bosses and creatures, which you'll be seeing. These things are based off, oh god, I forget what it's called. There's like a specific type of enemy that will charge at you from the air, like while it's hanging upside down. They're from the Prime games as well, but I forget what they're called. For now though, let's head over this way. We see those purple bugs and more of these green dudes. And now this door is unlocked? Okay, it was locked a second ago. Now this is a weird other mode we sometimes get. We sometimes get behind the shoulder perspective. This doesn't really do anything, but you can, I guess, go to the bathroom if you need to. You gotta pee, Samus? It's okay. 5 minutes. This isn't really important for anything. This is just kind of here. I'm not really sure why it's here. Also, no, you cannot be an asshole and go in the boys' bathroom. Because Samus is a respectful young woman, apparently. Never mind the fact that she blows up planets and several races of aliens for a living. Don't mind that. Very different. Oh, goodness. For now, though, let's head up this way. We got these control panels. Approach these things, and Samus will automatically interact with them, and they will do what they can do. In this case, unlock that door. But what I believe we can do, there's another grate here. Still can't drop bombs just yet, but keep this one in mind for later as well, because that is important for us. Because that drops something important. All right. Right, this is the elevator. So, kick climb. We know how to do this from the tutorial, so that's not the big of a deal. And we can head a bit further in to deal with some more Gamers. Now, the door's locked behind us, so we can't go any further. You can also see, if you go into first person, up there, an energy tank. Energy tanks will enhance your health by 100 points. You start with 99 by default, and they're just really helpful. Let's see if we can't just go and grab that. Well, we can't, because there's another goddamn grate in the way. Stuff like this is why people hate the authorization system, because power-ups that you know you have, you just can't use, because Samus is like, maybe I should wait for permission. Well, regardless. Oh, now I remember. The actual enemy name was called Rio for those green bugs. R-E-O. Not that important, but if you want to know the enemy names in this game, by all means. Though some of them are kind of wacky. Alright, let's head this way. There's more Gamers. Like, these dudes are everywhere. But they're not that big of an issue to deal with. Since they only take a few hits, and you don't even need to use charge shot for them. Like, surprisingly enough, normal, like, just power beam is surprisingly effective. Charge beam will take care of things, no problem, but if you want, by all means, just use regular power beam and just load them with it. Now these doors, when you see these white doors, approach them for a save room. And you will get a nav booth that will both fully heal you, save your game, and expand your map if necessary. Like so. Alright, now the door is open, so you're actually required to use that save station. Kinda weird. I believe there is another spot where we can potentially either blast it open or there is a spot we can just roll into. Because down there is actually a missile tank for us. Missile tanks are blue, energy tanks are red. Keep that in mind. Okay, that was automatic. I did not have to say in that matter. Thanks, game.
He's dead. Someone or something attacked him.
Get away from me! Miles! Enough!
It was obvious that there was some pervasive danger throughout the facility. I didn't know what had brought Adam here.
Yes, you did.
But I did know that cooperation was imperative if we were to restore safety.
You could have just said babies cry.
Adam, listen to me. Clearly, this facility is in complete disorder. It might be too dangerous for your men to go alone. That's why I've...
They're coming out of the wall!
Right, stay calm.
Alright, I suppose we're gonna have to save that for later. This is our first boss, the Brugmass. All those purple bugs we met are called Brugs. Focus on it in first person to get the health bar to display. Also, you can actually dodge in first person. Simply shake the Wiimote off screen, like move your pointer off screen, and Samus will auto dodge if an attack's coming.
Authorized! Samus, I'm authorizing missile use!
Finally, we get to use our missiles. Press A while locked on. Well, we already knew how to do that. Now we can do it even better, though. So normal attacks do not work on the Brugmass. Simply wait for your opportunity to strike. For the most part, you're just here to just dodge. Or, when you get a chance, lock into its head and fire a missile to stun it. Ow.
Concentrate fire in a single location and freeze that thing! And Samus, you attack the frozen spot!
Now, when they do that, they will freeze its arm. What the? I can't see its spot that I'm supposed to shoot. Okay, there we go. And you will blast it clean off, dealing a good chunk of damage. Oh god. Let's just get another missile in your eye. Now, if you ever played Twilight Princess, it's actually very similar to the boss Armagoma, where, yeah, that eye is also a bug. But don't worry about that right now. For now, we just gotta avoid this thing. Ooh. I don't know what that dude did to deserve that attention, Brugmass, but geez. Fire another missile to disorient it. Alright. And fire away to blast most of the body, and the main head separates. You can actually fire at it to do a crap load of damage and a few good shots and it's dead. I believe there's actually a special ending you can do if you jump on it with full power charge beam, but I'm not sure for that one specifically. That's the case for a lot of bosses, but not all of them have it.
Samus, looks like I'm gonna need to ask for your cooperation on this mission, but I'm also gonna have to ask that you follow my commands. You don't move unless I say so, and you don't fire until I say so.
Okay, honestly, I think that's kind of reasonable, given that, hey, he is a CO for Galactic Federation.
Any objections, lady?
Oh god, this cutscene.
The thumbs up sign had been used by the Galactic Federation for ages. Me? I was known for giving the thumbs down during briefing. I had my reasons, though. Commander Adam Malkovich was normally cool and not one to joke around. But he would end all of his mission briefings by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He was joking, but others weren't. At the time, I felt surrounded by people who treated me like a child, or used kid gloves because I was a woman. And yet with Adam, I was grateful for the nod. My past has left me with an uneasy soul, and as a result, it touched me on some level that Adam would acknowledge that past by calling me something delicate, like lady. And I knew more than anyone that every word from Adam was deliberate. My thumbs down was a twofold response. A sign of derision at being called a lady, and a signal of my complete understanding of the mission orders.
What?
The other soldiers were always willing to support me with easy smiles despite the fact that I clearly had so much yet to learn. Among them was Anthony. In the face of his well-meaning behavior and that of the other soldiers, my response was to become increasingly bitter. I was a child, always with something to prove, a chip on my shoulder. And I was angry. I felt that if I let my guard down, I would easily be broken. And beyond that, I was scared. But even in the naivete of my youth, I could see in Adam's joking manner how close he felt to me. Adam knows my past, and he knows me better than anyone else. Confession time.
Oh my god.
Because I was so young when I lost both of my parents, there's no question I saw Adam as a father figure. When I rebelled against him, I knew I could get away with it. And his paternal compassion in the face of my rebellion reinforced the special bond I felt with him. I understood well that chances were slim that I would ever find anyone that understood me like Adam. And yet, when the time came, I still left his side. I was so young. Young and naive.
Exactly what transpired here on the bottle ship is still uncertain. Here's what we do know. The equipment we thought had been destroyed is operational again. And we've seen casualties attributed to an unidentified and lethal creature. The situation is critical. We need to gather all the information we can, but priority one is to find any survivors and bring them to safety. Consider this site extremely dangerous. Be careful as you make your sweeps. And there's one problem. The wireless interference in this facility is all-pervasive. Your comm systems are useless. As a result, communication channels will be limited to the facility's navigation booths. Well then, Lyle, investigate Sector 1 and show a little restraint with the explosives. Gotcha. Maurice, you cover Sector 2. Repair any equipment you come across.
Affirmative.
Anthony, you're Sector 3. I'll leave it to you to decide whether plasma guns are called for.
All right.
James, check out the control bridge. Our communication issues might be the result of electrical interference.
Yes, sir.
And KG, run a complete sweep of the residential quarters and investigate any trace of survivors.
Got it.
Each of you is authorized to use a freeze gun. Do not forget to check in regularly via navigation booths. And Samus, You go to the system management room. Do everything you can to get the electrical system back up and running. Looks like your comm system is still functional. Remember, everything you see will also appear on this screen. Regarding auxiliary weapons, the use of bombs has been authorized. As far as your other weapons go, we will continue to investigate and authorize use as we can. However, we currently have no plans to authorize the use of power bombs. As you know, they have the ability to spread a high-temperature heat wave over a large area, impacting living things, which is a nice way of saying they can vaporize humans instantly. You should be well aware of how dangerous power bombs are, and how their devastation can't be obstructed with common materials. Once the mission in the system management room is complete, I need you to report back. I'll give you your next orders then. I want you all to be especially careful as you execute your missions. That's the end of the briefing.
It was the first joint mission I'd been a part of since becoming a freelance bounty hunter. And of course, it was the first time since my Federation days that I was following the orders of a commanding officer. Having received mission orders from Adam, I felt confused and strangely exhilarated at the unexpected turn of events. I responded.
Metroid power-up get.
Understood, Adam. No objections, of course.
So yep, we have our objective. And it's over there. Other M is very linear in that it will always point you in your destination when it has something to point you to. And we have Morph Bomb authorized, so we can use Morph Ball and bombs. Now, I need to point out something real fast. Storytelling is Other M's biggest focus, and also its worst focus. I don't know if you know this about this game.
Samus, head for the system management room.
Look, I know that, Adam. I'm leaving. I don't know if you know this, but the voice actress for Samus for this game, as I mentioned, is oh god, I already forgot her name. What is it? Come on, me. I can do this. Jessica Martin. That's what it is. She's their third, technically fourth voice actress, depending. And she's a good voice actress. The problem is the voice direction for Other M is terrible. Also, there is no normal power-up get sound effect when you get items. It's just a dull boom, 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 boom. I don't know why. It just is. But yeah, she is known to be a good voice actress. She's done other roles. The voice direction in this game, though, is terrible for Samus. And intentionally. Director Yoshio Sakamoto did all the voice directing in English for himself. He's Japanese, and he doesn't speak English very well. Yet he also insisted that he directed the English localization. I don't know why, but that is the reason as to why this game has the interesting voice acting that it does. Though it's not like the script is perfect either, because anyone who just unironically says confession time in their long drawn out monotone monologue, I don't think deserves to be given much brownie points for anything. That's not a very good script. But yeah, for now, let's just focus on our objective, because we've only dealt with one boss, and I hope you like cutscenes like that are way too long, because there's a lot of them in this game. Ow. Ow. A lot of gamers in this place. For the most part, early on, like, just mash Power Beam, it's your best friend. Oh god. A lot of Cyclaws here. Just dodge out of the way to avoid them. I'm just gonna deal with you guys real fast. Oh god. If you ever need to, by all means, you can go into first-person perspective to deal with these guys, but they're not that big of an issue. And if we roll up this way, we can actually get ourselves that energy tank. Just like that, 100 extra energy. Very nice. Get as many of those as you can. However, head over this way and bomb this to get access to this part to find the system management room. This was the place we were actually told to go, so good job, I guess. But yeah, what we need to do, we need to get the system working. Which, we would, but we got some Rios as an issue. Let's just focus on this. Oh god. There's a lot of these things just kind of crammed into here with these masses on the wall. I believe these are actually just straight up called either bug masses or fly pods. I think it's fly pods. What you want to do, go into first person and blast them with some missiles. I believe it's 3 missiles to get rid of them. And you need to get rid of all these in order to actually progress, so make sure you take care of them. You can lock onto the Rios to deal with them, but I would just say shoot them wildly with your power beam to deal with them. Do this again. And now the power can actually flow and get power restored to the bottle ship. Quite nice. And now we are told, head right back to Adam. I'm not going to do that because we can actually head out this door now. Ow. And of course, there are some things we can pick up real fast that we've already known about. For one thing, bomb this grate. Open it, so we can go this way. Surprisingly, always just some sort of impressively long maintenance tunnel in every game for Metroid, and I kind of appreciate it. But you get this energy tank, or missile tank actually, sorry. And we get 12. For some reason, missile tanks only fill up one extra missile in this game compared to previous installments, which usually gave you like 5. I don't know why. I guess maybe to just prevent you from being overpowered, because I guess in a sense, missiles kind of were overpowered in Metroid for a long time in that regard, but you only get one, and it's kind of a shame because the total number of missiles you have in this game is surprisingly small. But for now, head back, because there's one more power-up we can grab. And no, there's no speed difference between Morph Ball and running. Well, I guess Morph Ball is like slightly faster, but it's not slight enough to be worth using. Blast that gate open and drop in. Roll over this way to get yourself yet another missile tank. All right. And so far, gamers, dispose of them. That's all the enemies we can deal with. Oh, and one other big change compared to other Metroids. Enemies don't drop health or missiles. You can only recharge at the specific restoration points in the nav rooms. Which, yeah, that's kind of frustrating if you're not good at these kinds of games and you rely on health from enemy drops. Luckily, save points are aplenty, so it's not too bad. But it's very jarring to people who've been longtime fans of the series. So keep that in mind if you are not particularly good at avoiding getting hit. For now, though, I'm just going to shoot to clear the way and get the hell out of Dodge up here. And head straight back to see Adam. Now, this series is going to have some kind of long episodes because cutscenes are notoriously long in Other M. And if you're playing this game for the first time, you can't skip cutscenes. But for now, we got these dudes. Oh god. Overblast. This is a new feature. Jump onto certain enemies and you can actually unleash a fully charged beam to destroy them instantly. It's very powerful. These guys, I believe, are called either side hoppers or two-steppers. There's like a few variations of these guys, so it's kind of hard for me to pinpoint which one is which. Missile tank right here for our troubles. I believe what we want to do, though, is we want to head over... Is it not over here? Okay, no, I think of a different area. Just head over this way and wall jump to get out. Or not. Right, that's another thing we got to deal with. Focus in first person. That requires a missile. Blast it. Clear the way. I think we can put it back now if we just... Yeah. That's better. But yeah, before we get back to Adam, I just gotta say, the whole thumbs up and thumbs down thing is such a painfully forced metaphor to be like, oh my god, Adam is Samus's father figure. It's like, dude, did you really have to like bring that up as like, oh my god. Like, I give props to the voice cast for dealing with just not a very good script and really bad voice direction, but man, there's only so much you can do in this kind of game for that. Can we interact with this terminal? Yes, we can. What does it do, though? Oh, it raises those platforms up, right. Because we can't actually access those normally. But there is one other thing we can get here. Drop in for yet another missile tank. Yeah, you're mostly going to be collecting missile tanks. Like, there's no power bomb tanks in this game or anything like that. There is only energy tanks, missile tanks, and one other thing. I think it's, yeah, one other thing. Well, I guess technically two other things, but we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, get back to the nav room, and we are required to save our progress. Which, as I mentioned, fully heals you and fully replenishes all of your ammo, which is kind of nice. And head back to go see Adam. Ow. Well, that's kind of... Thanks, game.
Samus, go through the hatch on your right and head towards Sector 1. Lyle went ahead to secure a route to a facility of interest. I'll leave you to survey Sector 1.
Alright. Well, we have our objective. We're off to Sector 1. Now, I believe there's a couple things around here of note. First off, what the heck is this? A weird circle gate. Whatever. There is supposed to be a power-up of sorts that we can get here, but it is a very annoying power-up to get in that you can miss it, and then you will be stuck waiting upwards of the entire game to get it. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to grab this thing, because it's kind of a pain in the ass process. For now, we're just going to head this way, but I believe we can actually go upwards into these, because one of these ventilation shafts does not have a gate covering it, so go into it. Come on. Come on. I know this works, come on. Alright, fine, it's a mass. Shoot it. There we go. Now can you go in? Yes, you can. Yes, come on, Samus. You're incompetent in the story department. You're not incompetent in the acrobatics department. Come on. There we go. Much better. Alright, we got this weird little box here. Shoot it. And you get this thing. What is it? But another missile tank. I hope you get used to seeing that a lot, because there's just a lot of those in this game. Oh, right. It's right here. Okay. I want to say there's something of note in here. Like, grab this. And behind here. To find another missile tank back there. Get this while you can, because otherwise, if you do not, you are going to be waiting a long, long time to grab this. And down we go. We also can see what looks to be another energy tank up there, so we're going to try and grab that real fast. And we got these new enemies here. These are called bulls. These are actually, these have been around for a very long time in Metroid. These little, like, puffball clouds that emit toxic gas when they're destroyed. We'll be seeing these guys in a few places, as well as, I think there's actually a variant of these guys we'll be seeing later. But they're not too bad. Just shoot them a few times, and make sure you keep your distance when they explode. Also, sometimes they might just explode on their own to deal damage, so watch out. Okay. Carefully get around them. Goodness, you guys are just angry today. I mean, I suppose their name is Bull. It only makes sense. Grab this for, I believe, our second. No, it's the other thing. Okay, I don't know why Metroid Other M did this, but they added energy parts. Think of them like pieces of heart from Zelda. Collect 4 of them to get a full energy tank. I don't know why this was a necessary addition to the series, because this just makes it longer to get the satisfaction of getting an energy tank, which we've had for years. Well, whatever. Okay, more side hoppers. You can't just shoot these guys normally. That's no fun, though, so just jump on their heads. You can also dodge over their jumps, because they actually stomp the ground when they do that, so be careful. Oh, God. Get out of here. Oh, God. I didn't... Oh, God. There's a lot of you guys around today. Now, we could also just use missiles on these guys, but it's actually significantly faster just to load up on them with the charge shot. So I recommend just doing that instead. Another one? Where are you guys? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Missiles are about the same effectiveness. And now we get to this. Ever play Fusion? Because this is like almost verbatim the same as the like sector divider in Fusion's research station. For now though, let's head down to Sector 1. I kind of wish there was just elevator music.
Warning is now in effect in Sector 1.
Like, I feel like that would make this significantly more entertaining.
Remain armed. Stay alert to your surroundings at all times.
Alright, and we have made it to Sector 1. Our objective is to the right of us. There's no other door, but I think for now, we're actually going to call it. Next time on Let's Play Metroid Other M, we're going to be heading deep into Sector 1 and seeing what's up. Till next time, ice out.